that 64% of Americans support banning teenagers from social media. This is a new poll that just came out. A Fox News poll reveals that about 2/3 of Americans and parents back the idea of banning teenagers under the age of 16 from social media and removing cell phone from K through 12 classroom. A new poll shed light on the growing concern among American voters and parents regarding the impact of social media and cell phone usage on children. The survey, which involved interviewing 1,001 registered voters, found that 64% of participants favored banning social media for children under the age of 16, while 35% opposed the measure. Interestingly, the number remains consistent amongst parents, 64% supporting the ban, 36% opposing it. The poll results are highlighted a partisan divide on the issue, with 73% of Republicans backing the social media ban compared to 56% of Democrats banning it. So Democrats want it to be open, Republicans want it to be banned. This suggests that while there's broad support for protecting children from potential dangers of social media, Republicans are more likely to advocate for stricter regulations. In addition to the social media ban, the survey asks participants about their views on banning cell phones in K through 12. A staggering 69% support the idea, while 31% don't. Why the hell would you want cell phones in a classroom anyways? Brandon, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I can't think of a single upside to somebody who's under the age of 16 having access to social media. It's only like, what, maybe a 10-year sample size of kids.
How old were you when you got a cell phone?
Junior in high school, so it was like 2011, and it wasn't the cool cell phone. It was like, because iPhones were still expensive at that
Razor?
time. Yeah, so it was like those flip phones, like the
Nextel.
But the first one I had was like that walkie-talkie Nextel phone.
Yeah, the best.
They're pretty cool. But so that's an entirely different world though than what we have right now, because you couldn't even really search online with those phones. Like I do think it's a good thing for kids of any age to have like a basic phone that can make phone calls if they have to get in touch with their parents or something. But no, I don't think there's a single positive argument you can make for them having access to social media under that. And we have like a 10-year sample size of this experiment of giving kids access to that for the last 10 years. So yeah, no, I think it's something good to get ahead of, because we're seeing the results of it now.
Yeah, and I think, by the way, what was the percentage, Humberto? It was 64. Guess what the other 36% doesn't want it. You know why? Because that's a digital pacifier to the kids. Nothing drives me crazy more than when people are out and literally the kid is on, I forgot where we were eating in Vegas. This kid had a stand set up, iPad, headphone, eating like a robot. The mom was just jamming nuggets in this kid's freaking mouth. And all the other parents, the father was on ESPN. I walked around. I had to. I was that nosy.
Sushi spot in Vegas.
Sushi spot in Vegas. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. And I have to give credit where credit's due. Once in a while, okay, Brooklyn will grab my phone and try to buy something on Amazon. Or Tico loves to see what's happening in the world. He'll look at like a news thing and then give it right back to me. I'm telling you right now, the difference between kids that are sucked into the phone, which by the way, they're getting brainwashed. China, TikTok, whatever, ads, they're getting sold stuff. And then parents wonder why the kid wants certain things because they're watching it on the phone. I've seen it. I've seen it live. Dylan, Tico, Senna, they'll sit there and they're like, what are we going to talk about? It's engaging. It's conversation. Yeah, once in a while, if something happens, let me see what happened. Oh my God, this happened on my phone. Like when President Trump was shot in the ear, everybody quick. We have to see the news. You have to be engaged. But giving it to them because you don't want to parent and you don't want to or play with them or do something like that. And I get it. It's hard. I get it. I'm not there yet. But it's not. Give me, like you said, a 10-year sample size. How's it helping? How's it benefiting? Are you listening to them? Are you learning from them? And then we wonder why. How'd they get on drugs? How'd they leave? How'd they go? Because they're seeing people partying, smoking weed, doing cocaine, and then they go do it, and then they wonder why the kids are falling off the cliff.
Adam.
Yeah, the cell phone is the most dangerous drug known to man at this point, especially for teenagers. My nephew Rory, he just turned 13. He kind of tried to be slick this weekend. He goes, "Are we gonna hang out over Christmas?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Can we go shopping?" I go, "Yeah, whatever you want to get." He goes, "Can I get a cell phone?" I said, "Not so fast, tough guy." I said, "We're gonna have to talk to mom and dad about that." No. Come on, Uncle Adam, you're the cool uncle. Nah, I ain't that cool. Why not? I go, because there's something called dopamine, and when you go on social media, it's gonna attract the dopamine, and you're gonna all of a sudden seek validation from others. You're going to be sexualized with all the sexual content out there because I'd rather you develop social skills than social media skills. I want you to work on your self-esteem. And the most important thing is I want you to be a good kid and not worry about what the validation of social media does to you. I said, "No, sir, we're not going to get a cell phone. Well, we can go get some candy. We can have a good time." But this is the reality, is that social media has, in essence, ruined Gen Z. They never had a chance. You're 12 years old, you're 10 years old, you're 15 years old, your parents give you a cell phone, the most powerful thing that we've ever had in our life, and they had no idea. That's why I love the fact that the silver lining is here. You talked about anxious generation. Kids 15 and under heed the warning. Parents have at least heed the warning. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't give the most powerful thing ever known to man to their kid.
Yeah.
So take your time, play it safe. Your kids don't need to be on social media.
Not worth it, guys. Not worth it. And by the way, right now, Humberto just sent me something. The average age kid in America that gets a cell phone is 11.6 years old.
Jeez.
Way too young.
11.6 years
Way
old.
too
That
young.
gets a cell phone. Yeah, average age. 11.6 years old is what the number is. And that's where we're at right now in America with the age of cell phones.
Sir, do you see any of Tico or Dylan or any of their friends being sort of addicted to their phone and social media? Do you see it?
Not all of them. Not all of them. Like we have like the kids that we're very close to. No. But if you come to I had a kid the other day, came over to the house. Oh my God. He came in, just the way he handled me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like this kid at all. I said, I'm going to go outside. And I just went outside and I literally sat there by the pool, you know, when I have those, what do you call it? The sits, the things you lay down on. Bed, beach bed, pool bed, whatever. Yeah. And I just sat there. You know what I did? I just looked at him like this. And he kept doing all the dumb, silly stuff right in front of me. So then I already know I don't like this kid. He's got to do it. So I said, okay, you guys good? Eat your food? Anything else? Meaning,
you guys done
get
here?
out of here. Okay. Yeah. So they left. Then I took my kids and one of the other kids that was with me. And I said, so what did you guys think about that kid? One of the kids says, oh, he was cool. I said, really? The other two are like, no, that kid was weird, not a good kid. Mm-hmm. He did this, he did that, he did this. I said, yeah, that guy's not welcome in our house ever again. I don't want to see that.
Not even
kid
welcome in the house ever again. Wow. Cut off.
No,
first meeting.
I don't like that behavior.
What type of behavior was he doing?
If you lack the most basic, look, I came from a broken family, but I gave you respect. If you were my kids' parents, my friends' parents, I gave you respect. If that basic principle of respect wasn't taught to you by your parents, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. The number one thing when a kid goes to another person's house is the utmost respect. Would you like me to take my shoes off? Can I help put this plate back? Can I do this? Can I do that? You don't just go walk upstairs running around like you own the place, especially the first time. Zero. So parents have to be a little bit involved. And by the way, I had something going on when I did that. But whatever I had going on, I had to go sit down and make sure my kids are, hearing from me on how processing issues. Anyways, the other night, my wife's hosting some of her friends over at the house with Bible study. Anyways, they're doing their thing. They're having their food. They're laughing. And I come in. There's like 20 cars in front of our house. My security freaks out. He's thinking something's going on. I said, no. I think there's something. I think Jen told me. And I forgot, obviously. I forget we had some. And I come in. This lady walks up to me. We start talking. Very nice lady. She says, oh, I see the shoes you're wearing. She says, are those the shoes you've worn 3,000 days in a row? She says, after hearing you talk about it, that you've been wearing it for so many days, I eventually bought one for my husband. So guess what, folks? You know what I'm wearing today?
3001.
Let me tell you. When I tell you, since September 9th, September 10th, I've worn this every day except for 3 days. I'm not kidding with you. It's the most comfortable shoes in the world. It's the product that you see us talk about every single flipping day, but today's special. Let me tell you why it's special. You know what just showed up?
Nice.
The whites officially showed up to our factory. First time ever. And the navy blues showed up. What? First time ever. By the way, this is now in our 4th order because they sell out. So if you're somebody that's wondering why are people loving these FLB shoes, you may want to watch this video and find out for yourself and then go place an order for someone you love. But this white one just came. Absolutely sick. Look at the bottom of it with the FLB on the bottom. Watch this clip, and then we'll take you to VT Merch, and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Humberto. To create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. There you go. Humberto, do you want to go to vtmerch.com? Oh, you're wearing it today. Good for you. By the way, there's nothing like wearing these shoes and you're sitting in a boardroom or in a conference room or anywhere at dinner and you put your feet like this and everybody sees it and they say, you got to be kidding me. Go all the way down. Remember, these are 100% made in Italy, 100%. 5 factories with the on-cloud foam on the bottom, the super foam technology on the bottom, so it's comfortable and light when you wear it. And if you compare them to the Berluti, Ferragamo, Zegna's, Gucci's, the price difference is insane. So if you haven't placed an order or two, the list we get of people that are buying, I can't say the names until these people wear it. You would be amazed who's ordering these shoes for Christmas for themselves and their families. Go to vtmerch.com, place an order or two, one for yourself, one for somebody you love, or maybe your husband, someone else you got out there, so they can wear the FLB shoes. The white and navy blue is here. The sizes, if you're wondering what's already been out, size 13 sold out. For navy blue, not available. Size navy blue, oh my God. It just goes very quickly, okay, on what sizes are there. But go place your order. It'll tell you when it's going to be delivered. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.